Philipson's work on linguistic imperialism focuses on how the spread of English as a global language is intertwined with historical and contemporary power dynamics. He argues that English has been promoted and disseminated as a means of exerting cultural, economic, and political influence by English-speaking countries, particularly those that were colonial powers. In the context of the economy, the relationship between English imperialism and economic development can be understood in several ways. Economic dominance, market access, education and innovation, and cultural and linguistic diversity. In the context of Africa's economy, the implications of linguistic imperialism and the spread of English can vary according to the economic disparities and language and education, cultural identity, and global economic integration. English has become a dominant global language, particularly in international business, finance, technology, and academia. English proficiency is often seen as a prerequisite for accessing higher education and participating in global economic activities. This dominance can lead to economic advantages for English-speaking countries and individuals, potentially perpetuating existing global economic inequalities. The market access is related to countries with a strong English language presence that may have greater access to international markets and investment. English proficiency can facilitate communication and negotiation in global trade, attracting multinational corporations and foreign direct investment. This may provide economic opportunities but could also reinforce dependence on foreign companies. English is often associated with knowledge and innovation in various fields. Universities and research institutions that use English as a medium of instruction may attract international students and researchers, contributing to technological advances and economic growth. However, this could also lead to a brain drain from non-English speaking countries. The dominance of English could potentially lead to the erosion of indigenous languages and cultures, which may have economic implications related to tourism, traditional knowledge, and identity-based economic activities. Regarding economic disparities, English proficiency can create economic disparities within American countries, where those who are fluent in English may have better access to education and economic opportunities, leaving non-English speakers marginalized. According to Language and Education, or regarding it, English as a medium of instruction in education can create barriers for students who are not proficient in the language. This could hinder educational attainment and limit access to higher-paying jobs in sectors that require English proficiency. Regarding cultural identity, the dominance of English may lead to a decline in the use of indigenous language or dialects, potentially impacting cultural heritage from practices that could have economic value, such as traditional crafts and tourism. Global economic integration. English proficiency could facilitate participation in global trade and communication, but it could also perpetuate patterns of economic dependency on English-speaking countries. All in all, there are positive and negative impacts. Some positive impacts may be cultural exchange and diversity, media and entertainment, as English is a language of many global media outlets, education opportunities, business and diplomacy, and some negative impacts could be cultural homogenization, language shift, cultural appropriation, and power dynamics. In summary, the dominance of English language has a complex relationship with the expansion of cultural norms and values. While it can facilitate cross-cultural understanding and exchange, it also poses challenges to the preservation of local cultures and languages. Striking a balance between the global reach of English and the preservation of cultural diversity requires careful consideration of how language is used, taught, and integrated within societies.